Welcome back. Yeah, you're right. Before today, totally like monsoon season, right? It's what it was like before today. After today, we may return to fully like monsoon season. Before today, we had several days of rain, in case you're unaware. Lots and lots of rain along the Gulf Coast, especially where we're at here. And we got more coming due to a Gulf disturbance. It keeps changing. It's a storm system out in the Gulf throwing moisture on us, and then we have another thing coming. So yeah, that's just what it's like in September. Hopefully it's just rain and not a hurricane. But come on, look at this. It's flowing that way. Usually when they're pumping, it's flowing that way towards that bridge, but here it's going this way. Look at the color of it. So back to talking about rain. It was like 24/7 for several days, non-stop rain. So this was pumping. This doesn't quite look the same shade as the Red River, but yeah, that is extremely dirty. And I have a little bit of time to fish. This is going to be a sunset session. We have a little bit over an hour. Let's see about artificials before we go to live bait. Yeah, you're right. This is the live bait we're going to go for. Finesse worm on a shaky head, because it seems like a really good idea given all the bad conditions we face. This is a technique a lot of guys use to break the lock jaw, right? When they're, what are we doing? Shoot, look at that. I was acting like I was fishing. I forgot I had it. This is a screw lock. So yeah, you're right. It's a method for breaking the lockjaw when you don't think you're going to find a heavy bite, especially winter. This is a good thing to pull out. You don't have to put a finesse worm on the shaky head, but we're gonna do the finesse worm because it'll probably attract something. That's only a 1/16 ounce shaky head. I think that's an owner shaky head. Might need something stronger. When you see the current going this way, it's because the pumping station just the other side of 23 that way is pumping. I wonder if the other one is pumping as well. I wonder if there's if we can go down here and see a change in the current, like where it's just splitting the difference. Instead of going closer to the highway, let's go down here and see if the current changes at some point. Let's see if they're both pumping stations are pumping. Still going underneath. However, even though the current is going under the bridge towards 23, there's no current really coming out of this ditch. It's all coming out of that pond. So I see a bit of current being drawn, but it's mostly coming out of the pond. We probably need to get over on that side, but when I was up on the bridge, I saw some feeding, but it's also possible that I thought I saw some feeding, but what I did see, in fact, are a whole bunch of water bugs playing bumper car, and I fell for it. But maybe I did see some feeding, right? Gotcha. Oh yes. What do you know? I did. Oh, where are you going? I'm not an old fool getting fooled by water bugs. I did see some feeding. It's just a little pickle, a little green trout. There we, oh my goodness, I am pretty psyched. I tell you what, when I got to the bayou and I saw the color and I saw the water moving and I realized, oh man, they're pumping, my heart sank. I thought, am I gonna end up like wasting time looking for bass just to sit down somewhere as it's getting dark, soak some redworm, and then show you a bunch of little things I'm catching with the redworm? I thought, my goodness, that's what this is going to be, right? No, I'm in better shape than that. I've caught one bass, and I just lost one bass on an artificial in the dirtiest water that I could go fish right now, because there's a lot of pumping going on. They've been pumping like crazy. They probably were pumping as usual before the actual rain started. We can go over here where the current is stronger. Eventually, we probably should, just so we can see it. We should do it soon, because, you know, we're losing light, but it's not like it's gonna be dark in 5 minutes. Maybe in the reality of the video, but not in my local reality. One of the things that a lot of us do, and we don't realize that it's kind of counterproductive and not effective, is, whoa, we tend to pound an area. We'll get in a spot like where I'm standing. Maybe we had a bite, maybe we caught a fish, and we just keep acting like it's going to keep repeating itself. Sometimes the reason why, you know, it legit does is because there's a bunch of fish feeding there, and there's a reason why they're feeding there. There's a reason why the bait is there, right? But if you keep pounding that area, I bet you notice that your productivity drops really fast. So before I become victim of what I'm talking about, we should back off slightly and come back, because we caught one, we lost one. Yeah, and if we give it 5-10 minutes, we might be able to repeat that. But if we stay here pounding it, we're just pounding it. So I'm at a slight disadvantage on this bayou now because of so much overgrowth, and it's probably going to keep going with that trend, probably going to grow over even more. However, I'm not going to let it get me down. Whew, smells like someone stored a fart underground for about, I don't know, a long time, and then let it go. So yeah, it stinks right here. It stinks like that sediment, that black sediment. And I'm trying to look. Oh wow, I about messed myself up. Look at this. We had so much rain. Is this what happened? I know you're like, what are you talking about, M. Hood? I'm talking about a hole that I am glad I did not fall down. What is going on? The bank has deteriorated. How do you say? Erosion. It's Henry Winkler's fault. I was just watching an interview with Henry Winkler that was done recently, and he was talking about forgetting stuff, forgetting names and things, and I forgot erosion. The best I could come up with was, and now I can't even remember that word. Thanks, Henry. Stinks to high heaven here. Usually when you come here and it stinks to high heaven, it's because something dead, right? And it's the same thing this afternoon, but it's sediment. Usually it's like something dead someone's dumped here, like a pig carcass or something. Lots of current though. I feel like I'm facing deterioration. I feel like my humor is going to deteriorate. I feel like this session is going to deteriorate. Maybe I should go to a spot that's not as irritating as this. I mean, the overgrowth, where we just were talking about Henry Winkler. Yes, it stank, but the current was really, really strong, and well, I just don't see catching fish there. But however, I would like to fish in front of where this current is turning. So it's pretty strong. It's a lot stronger coming out of them culverts, which comes out of a pond, than it is coming from the direction of the other pumping station. So there's a huge draw coming out of there and then going that way. I would like to fish right in there, but look at this fun jungle in front of me going down the bank. Most of that is floating on the water. Ooh, a gar just made a gar ripple over there. What to do? I don't know. This is most likely just the cooling off period. I think I'm probably going to go back to where we caught and lost. Don't lie to me. How many of you sat down and Googled Henry Winkler when I mentioned, yeah, if I would have told you the Fonz, I was listening to the Fonz, I bet you would have Googled that. But yeah, he played Fonzie on Happy Days. I think he's 79. It was an interview from this year with, geez, Henry, doing it to me again. What's the dude's name? Can't believe I'm forgetting random people's names. Random is actually a hint. Yeah, you're right. It's his independent show on YouTube. Did you get there yet? Bill Maher. Bill Maher was interviewing Henry Winkler. Why do I care? I bet a lot of you don't care. So, yeah. Henry Winkler is an interesting person. A lot of us will date ourselves, make ourselves sound really old when we tell you that we enjoyed Happy Days. And look at this. This is pretty cool. This is a happy day, but that, I mean, it's a free knife. It's got some rust on it. The butter knife. Yay. Not over yet, but it's not hot as balls either. This video is just about over. That's what's up. But yeah, hurricane season is not over yet. However, it's not hot as balls. And we got one fish. Water's dirty. Well, we got one fish, and it's not hot as balls. Yeah, you're right. Hopefully that stuff doesn't come back. Hopefully that's over with. All that hot stuff. Yeah, you're right. So I'm gonna go ahead and like get out right now. Sorry if you thought it wasn't much of a video. It was good enough for me because I've been stuck inside for several days. So yeah, you're right. I'm getting out right now because I might get in a second video with a friend who wants to go. This grass is too tall for him at this spot, so we're not going here. I don't know if we're going at all, but if we're gonna go, we gotta go. So thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. That really actually helps the channel out a lot. Why aren't you subscribed? It's free. Push, click. Yeah, you're right. Being a member of the channel, if you like, if you want to, I appreciate it. It does help me keep doing what I do. And remember, you get to see the videos before everyone else, because I shoot these, I edit these all in one go, and then I schedule them 4 a.m. in the morning, whether it's tomorrow morning or whatever. Sometimes I'm ahead of myself, like if I can do 2 videos, but you will see it before anyone else, and I thank you. Yeah, you're right. So, whew, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.